Tonight, the Administrative Committee of the Victorian Liberal Party will consider former leader John Pesutto's bid to get a multi-million-dollar bailout loan from the party to repay his court-ordered debt to Moira Deeming after he was found by the federal court to have defamed his colleague.
What I can say is that tonight's an opportunity to square that off and put it all behind us, and I hope that's what we do.
Moira said that she believes the party will continue to annihilate her. What do you make of those comments?
I think everybody just wants to work together, and I think there is broad support right across the membership and in the community for us to work together as a...
The loan Pesutto wants is not from a bank because he won't put up his home as security. It's from the Liberal Party. Even though Liberal Party presidents Greg Mirabella and the current incumbent Phil Davis have said on multiple occasions that not $1 from Liberal Party funds would be used by either Pesutto or Deeming, for that matter. Indeed, so incensed were members about this possibility, Davis only won his election as president after a public commitment to rule it out. And yet here we are. But he is not the only one who has said party funds would never be used in what's essentially a private matter between two colleagues. John Pesutto himself said in November 2023 that he would not seek any Liberal Party funds. He said, and I quote, "I will not be asking the party to cover any legal fees." And that public commitment was also backed up officially when Pesutto fronted the Administrative Committee, the very same mob who are meeting tonight, to put it on the record that he would not seek or accept party funds. Now, if in doubt, check the minutes. The date was 2 years ago, Thursday the 31st of August 2023. And yet again, here we are. A lawyer who clearly doesn't keep his word, appealing to a president who made a commitment he wouldn't get $1. Well, they're both in the room tonight as the party deliberates, handing over millions. And not their money, mind you. It is millions of dollars that belongs to the volunteers who are the unsung heroes of the Victorian Liberal Party. Now, worryingly, reports today that Pesutto's successor as leader, Brad Battin, supports this loan, not because he's a fan of Pesutto, but because he doesn't want to face a by-election for Pesutto's seat, which will happen if he can't pay his debt and Pesutto is bankrupted. Now, fair enough, few people want to see Pesutto bankrupted either. But no political party should be frightened of an election because fighting and winning elections is precisely what political parties exist to do. But what political parties are not is a bank. Whoever heard of a political party that was in the business of giving its senior members loans, especially those who behave badly, expel colleagues and lose big in court? And my suspicion is that Battin's also trying to placate Pesutto's supporters, namely the so-called moderates in the party room, but they're hardly going to become his supporters just because he caved in on something like this. And if he does cave in, he will wear the anger of the rank and file who are deeply unhappy with this whole business. I mean, even now, after being out of power for the better part of 25 years, this is the Victorian Liberal Party that is still focused on itself, not the voters who are desperate for change. A party room of malcontents who still are intent on scoring points against each other instead of working together to save Victorians from a government that wants to tax them into oblivion. Now, in the end, this is Pesutto's mess of his own making. So spooked was he by Daniel Andrews that he acted irrationally, expelled and defamed a colleague, and by refusing to settle the case when he could, he went to court and he lost. Can you imagine the party bailing out Deeming if she had lost?
I will take that as a direct rebuke of federal court judgment, and I'll be very hurt.
Well, no, of course they wouldn't. Sorry, John, you've made your bed, now lie in it.